Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Chapter 31 Barnard, the Jar Merchant. Divine choices triggering options this time around are special. When Su Wu was thinking about where to go, it pointed out the three most favorable options for Su Wu in Wangdu. And it's not the same as the previous options where you can only choose one. These three options, as long as there is enough time, Su Wu can completely follow the instructions. Su Wu temporarily postponed option 3 because Kang Yu is still cleaning up the monster lair. After thinking about the other two options, he decided to go for a walk around Barnard, the Jar Merchant. The reason is simple. Even if the divine choice does not trigger, Su Wu will definitely choose it after knowing that there is a pot merchant on this side. The jar trader is a very special profession. Often in several worlds, it is not always possible to see a jar trader. Unlike ordinary merchants, the jar merchant's purchase object is the void. As long as they have certain qualifications, the jar merchant can sign a contract with the void and change his own camp to an absolutely neutral camp. After that, he can purchase a batch of porcelain jars from the void every once in a while through the unique summoning circle. These jars cannot be opened by jar merchants themselves, and can only be sold to customers who come to buy jars according to the contract. As for what can be opened, it depends entirely on the luck of the customer. According to the information provided by the guards, Su Wu soon came to a luxuriously decorated store. Welcome. Pushing the door and walking in, you can see a dumb-looking penguin leaning on a chair, fiddling with a pair of coins in his hand. After seeing Su Wu, he put down the coin in his hand, pointed to the rows of shelves, and introduced, "I'm Barnard, the Jar Merchant, and I'm in charge of selling these little things. You can buy it from me if you're interested. Low-level porcelain jars have 100 energy points, intermediate-level porcelain jars have 1000 energy points, and high-level porcelain jars have 10,000 energy points. The higher the quality of the jar, the better the opening. Of course, the probabilities are relative. Even low-level porcelain jars have a certain probability of opening the legendary secret treasure. Similarly, high-end porcelain jars may not be able to open anything." Su Wu added. "That's right, it's good that you can understand the guest." Penguin waved his right arm and sighed. "There are very few rational guests like you. On weekdays, there are always some guys who think they are the sons of destiny, and they make trouble with me after they drive nothing out. It's very troublesome. Are you sure it's not because the probability is really too low? Opening a porcelain jar sounds like a good thing. But, in reality, it is true that tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of energy points are spent on investment, but the return may not even be a fraction. It is for this reason. There are basically only two types of people who can come to the jar merchant to buy porcelain jars like this. One is a rich man who has a lot of energy points on his body and buys a few low-end porcelain jars to satisfy his curiosity. The other is a loser who was defeated in battle and was forced into a corner, but was not reconciled to such an exit. As for Su Wu, he is the third kind of person. The kind that hangs. Sacred choice triggered. Close black lens bracket. Option 1. Buy the fourth low-level porcelain jar in the first row of the first shelf, you can get a second-level equipment. Close black lens bracket. Option 2. Buy the fifth low-level porcelain jar in the third row of the first shelf, and you can get a low-level resource pack. Close black lens bracket. Option 3. Buy the seventh low-level porcelain jar in the fourth row of the second shelf, and you can get 10 points to receive it. Close black lens bracket. Option 50. Buy the seventh high-end porcelain jar in the seventh row on the 10th shelf, and you can get a Lord skill card SSS level. Close black lens bracket. Note: the jars that do not appear in the options list are all empty jars. Close black lens bracket. Quote. After carefully looking at the remarks behind the list of options, Su Wu raised his head to look at Barnard, who was smiling, and asked, "How many jars do you have here in total?" "A total of 1000. Seemingly finding Su Wu's desire to buy, Penguin Barnard ran down from the chair enthusiastically, put his arms around Su Wu's shoulders and said, "For the sake of your reasonableness, I'll secretly tell you a secret. These 1000 porcelain jars are all I just bought today. If you buy now, your odds of getting a prize are much higher than usual. Only 50 out of 1000 porcelain jars have something in them." "It's really high." Su Wu nodded in agreement. 5% probability. Compared to the FGO who had made several orders in his previous life, but did not get a 5-star, this probability should not be too conscientious. But, touching his storage ring, Suwoo fell into deep thought. At present, the energy points in his hand are only in the early 30,000s. It seems that it is not enough to buy all the jars with things. Can you give me a discount if I buy in bulk? I'm sorry, I can't. Barnard shrugged. If you really know the jar dealer, you'll understand that I'm really just an intermediary. After these jars are sold, I can only get a small percentage of them. But, as if thinking of something, Barnard paused and said, "Guest, you're lucky. I've had a bit of trouble recently. If you're willing to help, I can pay for it and let you take the jar with a total value of 20,000 energy points for free." Chapter 32. What I want you to do is not difficult. After getting back to the counter and flipping through it for a while, Barnard, who ran over with an empty bottle, explained, because the Sunset Empire has been at war with the Foxiao Empire in recent years, the monkeys that have been selling to this side have been selling to this side. I can't buy wine. If you can, I hope you can go to the Sunset Empire and bring me a bottle of sunset wine. Relevant factors detected. Unlock the mission, the wine of the Sunset Empire. Open black lens bracket the wine of the Sunset Empire close black lens bracket. Task level. Personal task, regional task. Task introduction. Due to the fact that the Sunset Empire has been at war with the Foxiao Empire in recent years, the material trade between the two sides has become difficult. In order to drink the sunset wine that I have been thinking about again, Barnard entrusts you to the Sunset Empire to bring a bottle back. Close black lens bracket. Quest reward. Take the jar with a total value of 20,000 energy points from the merchant Barnard for free. Close black lens bracket. Is the Sunset Empire. Glancing at the mission, Suwoo nodded and said, "Okay, just as I'm going to go there for a walk, I'll bring it back for you." Regarding Sunset Empire, he also got some useful information from Lucky Rabbit. It was a large-scale force at the same level as the Foxiao Empire on the other side of the Dawn Forest. However, it is different from the Foxiao Empire, which exists in all races. The Sunset Empire is entirely made up of humans. And among these human beings, more than 50% exist and are extreme humanists. They reject all races except humans, and do not recognize any creatures other than humans. Even the existence of an absolutely neutral camp like Barnard. As long as the race is not human, it will be forcibly expelled by the other party. This is also the reason why the other party will take the initiative to entrust Suwoo to help. However, it will take a while to complete the task. Before that, Suwoo decided to buy the jars with higher priority first, so as not to be taken away by others. The 5th low-grade porcelain jar in the 3rd row on the first shelf, the 7th low-grade porcelain jar in the 4th row on the 2nd shelf. The 7th high-grade porcelain jar in the 7th row on the 10th shelf. Putting a small pile of energy stones on the table, Suwoo said, "I want all of these, help me get them." "Hey, please wait a moment, my guest." Facing the biggest order this month, Barnard moved all the jars purchased by Suwoo excitedly after collecting the power stones. 1 high-grade porcelain jar, 4 middle-grade porcelain jars, and 10 low-grade porcelain jars. Do you see anything wrong? No problem. Putting all the jars into the storage ring, Suwoo, who was not about to open the jars in front of Barnard, waved his hand and said, "I don't have enough funds, so let's buy these first today. Welcome to come again. ... After leaving the jar store, Suwoo did not rush to open the jar. Recalling the location he had written down before, he walked along the street to the west of the city. After walking for about 20 minutes, he walked through various alleys and successfully came to a blacksmith shop. This is where the mysterious blacksmith Alicia is located in the previously triggered options. According to the guard soldiers, Alicia may not be the most powerful blacksmith in the Foxiao Empire, but she must be the most special blacksmith. How about a special law? The opponent has successfully created Tier 5 equipment, and has also successfully created Tier 1 equipment that has failed. More importantly, the two events happened on the same day. Because of this, her prestige was even higher than that of the Empire's strongest Tier 6 blacksmith, and her deeds were even spread to areas outside the Dawn Forest. In fact, had it not been for a hint of divine choice, Suwoo would never have imagined that even such a strange blacksmith could have the method of repairing the white jade sword. Only, he seemed to be a little late. Looking at the closed shop, Suwoo turned and left. Only come again tomorrow. Exit from the west gate of the city. After getting away from the device that interfered with space teleportation in the Foxiao Empire, Suwu activated space teleportation and returned to his own territory. Just after landing, Suwu noticed Kang Yu, who was standing not far away. After nearly 2 hours of hard work, she had successfully completed the task that Suwu had given her and returned to the station. It seems that she noticed that Suwu was back, and she turned around while eating a colorful mushroom. Suwu want to try it. Handing over another mushroom that she hadn't eaten yet, Kang Yu introduced, I found this next to a spider's nest, and it tastes better than the radish before. Multicolored mushrooms. Delicious, but have a strong hallucinogenic effect, please eat with caution. Close black lens bracket. Looking at the properties of the mushroom in his hand, Suwu calmly pushed it back. No, it's up to you to eat. Without the resistance of mythical creatures, he cannot enjoy this kind of food. Chapter 33. Congratulations on getting a low-level resource pack. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations for getting 10 points to get the location. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations on getting 5,000 units of wood. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations on getting 5,000 units of stone. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations for getting a life crystal. Close black lens bracket. Congratulations on getting a Lord skill card SSS level. Close black lens bracket. After returning to the territory, Suwu, who had no worries, quickly opened all the porcelain jars. As a result, as the previously triggered option said, a lot of treasures were obtained. 10 points to get the location, 20,000 units of wood, 30,000 units of stone. Apart from these resource gains, what excites Suwu the most is, through opening the porcelain jar this time, he also obtained a copy of the architectural drawings of the high-level stone wall, a life crystal, the core material for building the Temple of Life, and the most important SSS level Lord skill card. Just this wave of jars opened more than half of the items he needed the most. Unfortunately, there is not even a single power stone reward in those jars. Suwu said greedily. Otherwise, he didn't even need help with the task, so he just bought it all with money. After putting away all the things that were driven out, Suwu stood up and came to the time house. With the 10 o'clock pickup location from opening the jar, he no longer needs to wait for tomorrow's pickup location to settle. Upgrade your territory now. Upgrade the time house. The command is accepted and the upgrade begins. Close black lens bracket. Building upgrades are detected, heaven manufacturing is activated, and the speed of building upgrades is accelerated. Close black lens bracket. The time house is successfully upgraded, 5,000 energy points will be automatically deducted, and 10 points will be received. Close black lens bracket. Conditions are met, and the territory begins to upgrade. Close black lens bracket. The upgrade is successful, and the level 2 territory rewards will be distributed. Close black lens bracket. Congratulations on getting 5 reputation points. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations for getting 2,000 energy. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations on getting 1,000 units of wood. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations on getting 1,000 units of stone. Close black lens bracket. Congratulations on obtaining the permission to transfer the troop buildings. Close black lens bracket. Army Building Transfer Authority. You can transfer the occupied field unit buildings to the territory. Close black lens bracket. Because you are the first lord to upgrade the second level territory in the Dawn Forest area, you will receive 30 additional reputation points, 5,000 energy points, 3,000 units of wood, and 3,000 units of stone. Close black lens bracket. Talking is better than nothing. For Suwu, who is used to spending a lot of money, the rewards for territorial upgrades are not many. However, for Suwu, the biggest significance of territorial upgrades lies in the opening of the transfer authority of the arms buildings. For example, the 2 altars of the dead that he recruited in the wild before, as well as those troop buildings that he has not had time to recruit, are currently under temporary occupation. It belongs to Suwu only within 24 hours of attacking the monster's lair. After waiting for 24 hours, as long as the recruitment CD is completed, even if the lords other than Su Wu pass by, they can still recruit. But with transfer rights, the situation is different. Open the transfer permission operation page. Su Wu has put a checkmark on all the arms buildings currently belonging to him temporarily. The moment Su Wu confirmed the transfer, 12 buildings of various kinds appeared out of nowhere in the open space outside the village. These are all Kang Yu's trophies. Click on the properties in turn to view them. Except for the 2 undead altars that Su Wu has already recruited. Among the remaining 10 units, there are 2 night elves recruiting buildings Moonwell, 1 crypt spider recruiting building Spider Nest, and 7 undead recruiting building Undead Altars. Among them, except for a 2nd level undead altar, the remaining 9 arms buildings are all 1st level. So many undead altars. Looking suspiciously at the long line of 9 altars of the dead, Su Wu made a simple plan to separate the altar of the dead from the other units. Kang Yu, where are the treasure chests that fell after cleaning the nest? Su Wu asked. I put it in the time house. Kang Yu pointed to the time house, which was 2 circles bigger. Help me get it. After buying a wave of porcelain jars and upgrading a time house, Su Wu's already poor economic situation has become even worse. At present, the energy left in his pocket is only 12,000 points. Recruiting troops is enough, but to upgrade all the arms buildings to level 2 or even 3, and then carry out the 2nd and 3rd wave of arms recruitment, the energy point gap is a bit big. However, Su Wu had already anticipated this situation. As long as the treasure chest reward dropped after the nest is destroyed is controlled on the power stone, it is not impossible to fill this huge gap. Bang, bang, bang. Kang Yu's actions are very fast. After Su Wu gave the order, she only took a few seconds to walk back with 10 treasure chests. Since small monster nests can only drop tier 1 or tier 2 treasure chests, there is only 1 tier 3 treasure chest out of 10 treasure chests. As for the remaining 9 treasure chests, there are 6 first-order treasure chests and 3 second-order treasure chests. Rubbing his hands together, Su Wu set his sights on the first-order treasure chest closest to him. Sacred choice triggered. Close black lens bracket. Chapter 34. Open black lens bracket regional channel. Close black lens bracket. Leziran. It's so difficult. When I was cleaning up the monsters, another attendant was killed by a sneak attack by a monster hiding in the grass. Leziran. It took a day of hard work to clear out the monsters in an area. The power stones that fell are also low-level goods, and the total is only about 1,000 points. I want the beast ear girl. It's good that you can clean it up, at least the harvest is positive. I want the beast-eared girl. I only have 10 small skeletons of ordinary quality on my side. I was beaten by an elite monster not long after I went out, and I finally ran away and ran into a monster's lair. I want beast-ear mother. After going around for a day, I didn't clean up an area, and I only gained more than 400 points of energy. Nianjurcho. Envy. Fishing monster. Isn't this the old brother who was killed by the group when he went out? How is the situation now? Nianjurcho. What else can I do? After sneaking out to find some fruit to satisfy my hunger, I stayed in the territory for a day. Repeater. Sounds miserable. Nianjurcho. Nianjurcho. Upstairs, why are you so calm? Didn't you say that you were also destroyed? Repeater. It's true that the group is destroyed, but I joined the awesome alliance of Wang Chang. Leziran. That cheating alliance that has to obey orders completely. Repeater. I don't know if it's a scam or not. Anyway, after knowing that my group was destroyed, Wang Chang sent me 3 days worth of food. I feel pretty good, and I don't have to risk going out. Civilized man. It's really good to get a fool's trust for a little benefit. It's worthy of being a fool's alliance. You can also become a light. Upstairs, let's chat privately. Civilized man. Why, you are also Wang Chang's dog. You can also become a light. That's not it, I just have the same views as you and want to form an alliance with you. Civilized man. Well, add me as a friend. The other side. Su Wu, who was opening the treasure chest, also received a message from Wang Chang at this time. Xenophobic. After reading it again in confusion, Su Wu replied hesitantly, you mean that the alliance has not been formally established yet, and those who have joined the alliance have begun to resist the others from entering? It's not as serious as you said. Their situation is more like fishing now, Wang Chang explained. According to your request, one of the contracts I signed with them is that every time I report the coordinates of a lord who resists the alliance, I will get a reward of 1,000 energy points after 7 days. You also know that after seeing the strength of your attendant, Brother Su Wu, some people in our alliance are as confident in you as a fanatical believer. Now, these people are actively fanning the flames in the regional channel, and stirring up the rest of the people to boycott the Newbie League. Then they teamed up in 2 groups. One showed up and said that he was a person from the Awesome Alliance, and the other found the target, and privately added those who resisted the alliance, and made up the coordinates of the other party's territory. Success? Su Wu asked curiously. As things stand, these guys' plans have been successful. Wang Cheng reported. In just 1 day today, I have collected the coordinates of thousands of hostile lords. He wasn't worried that Su Wu couldn't deal with these guys. But what Wang Cheng was most afraid of was that before Su Wu started to act, the hearts of the lords at these coordinates were destroyed due to various accidents, making the collected coordinates invalid. That would be a loss. You do not need to worry. Su Wu, who opened the last treasure chest in his hand, replied, I understand what you mean. Don't be afraid of not being able to pay, my side is going more smoothly than I thought. Let those people continue to dance for a while tonight, and the plan will officially enter the second stage from tomorrow. After simply instructing some details, Su Wu closed the chat interface. Looking at the energy point that has risen to 90,000 points, a smile appeared on his face. As he said, those who are unwilling to obey orders will at most have to jump around for another night. Before coming to the undead altar outside the village, Su Wu opened the recruitment interface of the 6 level 1 undead altars. Sacred choice triggered successfully. Option 1. After 4 seconds, consume all the recruiting places to recruit, and get 60 elite level skeleton shooters. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Option 2. After 11 seconds, consume. Close black lens bracket. Perhaps it is because after opening many treasure chests, the reputation value has reached 90 points. Even if it is a level 1 unit building, Su Wu's option interval for recruiting high-level units is much shorter than before. The troops selected this time are still the Skeleton Knight. The number of places that can be recruited for Tier 1 unit buildings is limited. After consuming all the 6 level 1 altars of the dead, Su Wu successfully recruited 30 Skeleton Knights. Upgrade the Altar of the Dead. The command is accepted and the upgrade begins. Close black lens bracket. Building upgrades are detected, heaven manufacturing is activated, and the speed of building upgrades is accelerated. Close black lens bracket. The Altar of the Dead is successfully upgraded, and 3,000 energy points are automatically deducted. Close black lens bracket. After spending 18,000 energy points, Su Wu upgraded all 6 level 1 altars of the dead. After reaching level 2, an altar of the dead can recruit 10 Lord level skeleton knights at a time. There are a total of 7 level 2 undead altars. After recruiting at the card point, a total of 70 Lord level skeleton knights began to drill out continuously. Rising from the spot, looking at the number of skeleton knights on the ground breaking through to 3 digits, a satisfied smile appeared on Su Wu's face. His knights are finally taking shape. Chapter 35. After giving a simple order, Su Wu threw all the skeleton knights out as usual. Looking at the skeleton knights who disappeared in place and traveled to various places in the Dawn Forest through space teleportation, Su Wu nodded in satisfaction. After a brief familiarity, he had discovered the greatest advantage of the undead race. Food, unnecessary. Sleep, unnecessary. As long as Su Wu doesn't let the other party stop. These skeleton knights, who made the Zibin family cry when they saw it, would move like a perpetual motion machine without sleep, and would not stop until their body reached the limit. So good. Su Wu smiled and said, the energy points for building the house are all saved. Except that the combat power is a little lower in the same class, the creatures of the undead race are simply the ideal troops. After feeling the spatial coordinate record of the Dawn Forest, Su Wu set his sights on the remaining units. The Moonwell of the Night Elves, the Spider Nest of the Crypt Spiders. Like the Water Elemental Altar, these 3 troop buildings belong to the type that recruits specific races. Although the scope of recruitment is not as wide as the Altar of the Dead, as long as you are lucky, you can recruit strong people from the same race with a higher probability. Open black lens bracket Moonwell. Close black lens bracket. Level Level 1. 10 elite quality night elves can be recruited every day, and each night elves need to consume 75 energy points. Close black lens bracket. Durability. 1500. Remarks. The Moonwell is an army building with special functions. It will absorb the moonlight in the night sky at night, condense it into spring water and accumulate it in the Moonwell. Drinking the spring water can quickly restore physical strength and magic power. Drinking it for a long time will increase its own health, constitution. Close black lens bracket. Upgrade conditions. 3000 energy. Close black lens bracket. Sacred choice triggered successfully. Close black lens bracket. Option 1. Consume all the quotas for recruitment after 3 seconds, and get 15 rare quality night elf shooters. Close black lens bracket. Option 2. Consume all the quotas for recruitment after 10 seconds, and get 5 overlord quality night elf shooters. Close black lens bracket. Option 3. Consume all the quotas for recruitment after 19 seconds, and get 10 lord quality night elf shooters. Close black lens bracket. Perhaps the main occupation of the night elves is the shooter. 90% of the options given by divine choice are the recruitment of night elf shooters of all qualities. After a brief look around, Suwu finally decided to recruit a lord quality night elf shooter. In terms of pure strength, the overlord level night elves are indeed more in line with Suwu's requirements. However, compared to Kang Yu, whose high-end strength has already been capped, what Suwu lacks more is the number of bottom-level personnel. At this point, the existence of the Lord level just meets the requirements. After the recruitment was confirmed, the sky above Moonwell suddenly brightened. After a short pause, the slender night elves walked out of the Moonwell. The milky white moonlight fell from the sky and turned into clothes attached to the night elf. The moonlight dissipated, and 20 night elves with red lips and pink faces, holding long bows, knelt down on one knee and appeared in front of Suwu. Lord, get up. Rubbing his eyes, Suwu, who was a little dizzy, showed a charitable smile. Lord is really a good profession. No wonder some people would rather choose to die than lose everything and be sent back to Blue Star. After upgrading the 2 Moonwells, Suwu, whose recruitment quota was greatly increased, soon recruited 40 Lord level night elves again. Looking at the 60 night elves standing neatly aside, Suwu looked at the Moonwell thoughtfully. Come to think of it, the skeleton knight is all melee, and he also needs to add a little more ranged units. Upgrade 2 moon stages. The command is accepted and the upgrade begins. Close black lens bracket. Building upgrades are detected, heaven manufacturing is activated, and the speed of building upgrades is accelerated. Close black lens bracket. Moonwell is successfully upgraded, and 30,000 energy points will be automatically deducted. Close black lens bracket. The recruitment quota of Moonwell is refreshed. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Moonwell. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Level 3. Close black lens bracket. Option 140 elite quality night elves can be recruited every day, and each night elves need to consume 75 energy points. Close black lens bracket. Option 220 rare quality night elves can be recruited every day, and each night elves need to consume 200 energy points. Close black lens bracket. Option 310 Lord quality night elves can be recruited every day, and each night elves need to consume 500 energy points. Close black lens bracket. Durability. 50,000. Remarks. The Moonwell is an army building with special functions. It will absorb the moonlight in the night sky at night, condense it into spring water and accumulate it in the Moonwell. Drinking the spring water can quickly restore physical strength and magic power. Drinking it for a long time will increase its own health, constitution. Close black lens bracket. Upgrade conditions. 60,000 energy, the heart of a 3rd level lord. Close black lens bracket. Sacred choice triggered successfully. Close black lens bracket. Option 1. Consume all elite quality recruits to recruit after 5 seconds, and get 15 overlord quality night elf shooters. Close black lens bracket. Option 2. Consume all elite quality quotas for recruitment after 13 seconds, and obtain 40 lord quality night elf shooters. Close black lens bracket. Option 3. 19 seconds later. Special option. Lead Kang Yu to stand in front of the Moonwell, consume all the lord quality recruitment quotas of the 2 Moonwells, and get the opportunity to talk to the god Moon Elf Elena mythical quality. Close black lens bracket. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.